accept your BS does not mean I'm angry. All right.
It doesn't matter whether you agree or you don't agree. Okay?
I have a right to air my opinion. If it does not agree with what you're saying, it does not make me angry. I hope you've got that into your thick skull.
If you don't agree with what I'm saying, this is
so
my
don't
testimony.
Call me angry because I don't agree with what you're saying.
Why are you shouting after all?
I am not shouting. I just shouted now. Did you see the difference? Did you tell the difference between the way I was talking and the shouting?
Go and have a glass of water.
Don't label me and don't try to tone police me.
Have a glass of water.
I don't drink water.
What do you drink?
I don't drink water. I drink Hennessy XO.
Oh.
Yes, unfortunately, you can't drink it. Not only can you not afford it because you don't have a working, functioning kidney, you also don't have the cash to afford it because you give all your money to Eze.
I won't answer you that anyway, because at least it's obvious that you are drunk. No, I wasn't interested in all that. I wanted to share the testimony.
That's what you get. That's what you get for trying to confuse me.
Okay, Mama, have a beautiful day. At least I've my testimony. Thank you.
Wait, Temba, yes. Listen. I want to hear your testimony.
I so wish you could hear it. At least I've shared. But all in all,
okay. Listen, the other people as well want to hear your testimony.
Yes, they are so precious. So this woman, I don't know what I did wrong.
You're coming for me again?
Not tell her she's
I'm quiet. I'm quiet right now, but you want to keep coming for me.
She's muted. So she's muted herself, not involved in the conversation.
I was quiet, Afro.
Yes.
I was quiet, but he keeps coming for me.
Tell the people, no, she's not. Nobody's angry here. We're just having conversation. Okay, Temba, please talk to me.
Okay, thank you. So now, what I'm actually saying is,
Biggie, guys, tap on the screens. Biggie, please remind them to tap. Thank you, Biggie. Yes, Biggie Smalls.
What I'm actually saying, I'm the one that was sick. Okay, going through dialysis. And after going for the prayer through the man of God, Pastor Jerry, and I got healed, I would say immediately, because I went to dialysis on Tuesday. And when I got on there the second day, which is Thursday, then I was told that, no, the creatinine has improved so much that you don't need dialysis. You want to tell me, was that coincidence? Of course, no, it wasn't. I was off from dialysis that very week. That was in June. I think that was in June. That time till to date, I'm not dialyzing. I'm perfectly healed.
When was the last time you went to the hospital?
The last time I went to the hospital.
Yeah.
That was that very time I'm telling you about. I've never been.
Go do some checkup again.
One second.
Wait.
Temba, after you got healed.
Let me answer this gentleman. I
said you are talking to me, please.
Okay.
After you got healed, how much have you given to Jerry Eze's ministry?
How much? I haven't paid anything for that.
Afro, don't you realize what they always say? They always say that.
Yes, that's what they always say.
They always say that.
So, so you are telling me that God used Jerry Eze to heal you of your kidney issues.
Yes.
And you didn't go back and return the thanksgiving by saying, Pastor Jerry, thank you. If not for you, I would not have been healed. So you're saying you are one of the ungrateful people that come.
Let me put it this way.
Excuse me, you're going to let me finish, please.
Okay.
So, there were some people that received healing through Jesus, right? Jesus healed them and told them, go and show people. Some people went, they showed themselves and they never came back. But some other person came back and Jesus said to the man, because you came back, your own healing is now permanent. Because you showed appreciation, because you showed that you were thankful. But in your own case, you received healing via this man, right? You were allocated. You went there. You were given, and because of his miracle or whatever he did for you, you received healing, and you've never thought you should go and give thanks through Jerry Eze.
Can I talk now? Can I answer that?
Yes, you can answer now.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. I actually testified. I've got a record testimony here with me. I shared the testimony on the broadcast there. So the Bible says Jesus, after healing, the 9 gentlemen, only one returned, and he was made whole. So I'm one of those people that returned and glorified God.
Your testimony
Alfred-
is on your
Alfred,
testimony. Togba, please 1 second. 1 second, Togba. Your testimony is on their
So
website.
I did testify,
Is
mommy.
your testimony on their platform?
Yes, another one is the one that I'm saying to you. You're not the first people to tell you about that testimony.
He collapses right
on
now.
their platform. Wait,
But
hold on now.
ask him if he collapses right now. Is his family going to call Jerry Eze, or are they going to call 999?
Is your testimony on
That
the
is the
platform?
different issue you're talking about now, sister.
Is your testimony on the platform?
Yes.
Do you know what video
not
this is?
that,
Wait,
please.
1 second. What do you know what video this is?
Do I know what?
Where can I find your testimony?
I can send it to you now.
Just tell me and I will type it in. Tell me. Tell me what it is titled.
I think I have to give you
In front
the
of my
date it was
laptop.
broadcasted.
I'm sitting in front of my laptop.
I think I have to give you the date.
I mean, listening to Tumbo said that when he went to the hospital, the doctor told him, after he came from Jerry Eze crusade, the doctor told him, oh, I forgot to tell you, you shouldn't have gone for dialysis Thursday. That means the doctor saw improvement in
On
his
Tuesday.
situation
Before he went.
before.
No,
That's
no,
what
no,
he
no, no,
said.
no.
That's what
We
you
saw the
said.
improvement on Tuesday. Don't
No, no,
forget.
no.
I'm
No,
going
no, no.
for that. I was
Toma,
going for
he
dialysis
thinks-
3
Yeah.
days.
He thinks that we are dumb. He thinks that we
Yes.
don't know. When you go for dialysis, you're going for dialysis. They're not testing anything.
Yes.
They tested
So-
before he went. That's when they
Yes.
took bloods and everything, and they tested
Yes.
him and got the
No,
Yes.
results.
that's
Yeah, and the
the
doctor
whole-
said that the
I
doctor
said
he said the
I was
doctor
going
told
3
him
times,
that I forgot
and
to
I
tell
was
you.
there on Sunday. So
You
Tuesday.
said the doctor told you that she forgot to tell you that you shouldn't have gone for dialysis. That's what you said.
Every time
You said the
do
doctor
dialysis,
told
The
you
man
to
is a
forget.
liar.
let me tell you
He
this.
lies too much.
Mommy,
Sorry,
me,
guys.
wait,
Sorry, guys.
hold on, hold on.
Temba.
Yes, sir.
No, hold on. Temba,
Yes.
so you are saying that Jerry Eze is a middleman. Is a middleman between you and God. Are you saying that?
No, that's you
I
saying.
think
I've
that
never said that.
You can't ask healing on your own from God. You want a middleman.
The middleman
what-
between me and God
that's
is
what you
Jesus,
guys
The
are
whole
the
doing.
time
mediator.
Kemba was
You
up
guys
there,
are
he never once
idolizing-
mentioned God. He's just mentioning Jerry Eze. The whole time, not once
You
did he
hate-
mention God. It's just Jerry Eze.
Yeah,
Jerry Eze
maybe
that.
we should ask him who's your God? Is Jerry Eze or God? Who's your God?
Mama, did I answer you?
I have some questions for him in relation to dialysis. Sir, what's the purpose of dialysis? One of the purposes.
One of the
atrogenically
My
and lower
testimony,
plasma and
that's-
lower
that's
plasma
your own
creatine
version of saying that
concentrations and
because
lower creatine concentrations. That is how it works.
That's your own way
Both
of
things
trying
work,
to
sir, and you are
discredit Pastor
attributing it
Jerry
to
because you
Pastor
hate
Jerry
him.
Eze. It's not Pastor Jerry Eze.
That's
The
Pastor
dialysis
Jerry
did
who
what it
prays
did,
for me.
sir.
That's Pastor Jerry. Why have I not
It's
been?
not Pastor Jerry Eze's prayers.
That's
What is
Pastor
more
Jerry's
likely, sir?
prayers.
Sir,
I've
sir,
been
sir, sir,
dialyzing for
stop,
3
stop,
months,
stop.
okay?
This is why Vessel is getting angry at you. This is why Vessel is the way she's speaking to you. Because you are bringing BS. You are totally mistaken.
No,
I
I'm
just
not
told
mistaken.
you, based
I'm not
on
mistaken. I've been dialyzing for
Healthline,
for
hello,
3
sir,
months.
based on the medical data, creatine, one of the ways to lower creatine in your system is to do hemodialysis.
Listen,
And change of diet.
dialyzing
And
3
since
months.
you
In the
did
space
that,
of 3
it
months,
will
I
have
got
lowered the
prayer and I got
creatine
healed.
levels.
Then you are
I
telling
don't
me that
care
I
how
come
much
back.
you are trying to talk over me, sir.
No.
Please do not do that.
I shouldn't do what?
Sir, do not do that.
Let's not talk over each other, please.
Come on.
No.
As I'm not talking over him, he's talking
I'm
over
about
me.
to tell him to mute. I'm about to tell him to mute.
Thank you.
I've muted him.
Right, I'm not talking over him, he's talking over me.
I've just muted him.
Right, now, so Healthline, which is a credible health website, says you may be able to lower your creatine levels and support kidney health by avoiding certain supplements, medications, or other substances. Then the other website, Journal of Translational Medicine, Biomed Central, says creatine is genetically removed during hemodialysis. So hemodialysis removes creatine. It can lower the creatine levels. And that is what is also used to do, because your creatine levels was too high. And that's why the doctor said you shouldn't have come the Thursday for the dialysis, because they had already, the dialysis did what it was supposed to do. Also the change of diet.
Yes, Phil, that's true. Exactly, Phil.
Can I also add?
Whoa, he ran. Whoa.
Let me also add, and this is why all the people that are in Jerry Eze's, all the people that are in Jerry Eze's church, they claim that they are receiving healing. When that thing you think you are healed of, when it will come back in full force, you are in serious trouble. You are in serious trouble. So when we talk about dialysis, right? I went and had a look, okay? Is dialysis permanent? For some people, it's not. It's not a do or die. Okay, this is it. No, that's not what I'm trying to say. It's not a for life thing for some people. For some people, it is, until they can get, a transplant, right? So in some cases, it says, when is dialysis temporary? While most people on dialysis will stay on it for the long term, dialysis can be temporary in cases where kidneys abruptly lose their ability to filter and clean your blood. Then the doctors will recommend dialysis for what? A short time, until your kidneys recover function. For all you know, he might just have been one of the people that his kidney recovered its function. Hence why they're saying you can come off the dialysis. But my people, his creatinine levels came up and automatically it was Jerry Eze. The fact that you were allocated to a Sunday service, they couldn't bring you on a Saturday. They allocated Sunday to you to go and visit Jerry Eze. And until you went there, before you got healed, there is something wrong with that. You, Mr. What is his name? Temba, could not pray for yourself at home. You could not lay your hand on yourself. Your God is making a mockery of you. He needs you to go and see Jerry Eze before your God can visit you. And listen, that day, maybe you paid the right tithe. Maybe you paid the right offering on that day. Maybe you did the right thing. I don't know. Whatever it is that you did, you must have done it right. Because some people, they give money, they go to all the services, they do everything. They don't receive a healing at all. They get nothing. So you, in your mind, you were lucky, very lucky, right? But this is dangerous, guys. This guy is a walking, well, let me not, talking about you being healed from kidney disease.
Yes, he's a walking.
That's
And
not
I'm sure the
Yeah.
doctor, and I'm sure the doctor will have told him that he has to come back for a periodic checkup.
So he's Olu speaker and call them Olodumare.
right.
Because in Twi they've got their own way to call it. They've got a name for, like, let's say grace. You can say grace in Yoruba. You can say grace in Igbo. You can say grace in Twi. But you can never call grace as a Twi person using Yoruba or Igbo. It doesn't make sense.
It's a shame, though, that a man from Lesotho will have to go all the way looking for a man from Nigeria just to receive his so-called healing. And you heard him say, Jerry Eze is not the only one he follows. He follows all these other.
Yes, he said Nigeria is blessed. He said Nigeria is blessed with men of God.
Okay, guys.
I see it as a curse. I don't see it as a blessing. That's a curse.
Guys,
that's a curse. Come on.
Vessel, just 1 second. Guys, the 2 boxes, please, let's only bring up these people that follow Jerry Eze or people that believe. Because right now, the panel now, I think there's about 5, 6 of us here who are, we agree with each other so that we're not too many of us. We've got Sheikh Rogers. Sheikh Rogers, you're not a follower of Jerry Eze. So what do you have to add to this conversation, Sheikh?
He's another one who is a fan of Godless Reggie. I saw his comments yesterday in the comments. I saw what he was saying about Godless Reggie. So he's also another one who wants Godless Reggie to pay him attention.
Okay, Reggie. No. Sheikh, are you there? Sheikh? So do we have anyone prepared to come and have a conversation about Jerry Eze? Una dey pray, e dey show. Who dey pray, e dey show. E dey show, e dey pray. Huh? What nonsense?
They show for Jerry Eze bank account.
What nonsense? Una dey pray, dey show. See wetin una dey pray. Listen to this nonsense bullshit here. Listen now, make a play for una. Una dey pray, dey show.
Vessel, don't worry. He got his, as we say here, he got his issue last night.
Mm-hmm.
Did he now?
Sheikh is a Muslim, so he's another Arab.
Okay.
Person.
1 second, please. Listen, he dey pray, dey show. This is what my people have made this guy a billionaire. This is what he does online that has made him a billionaire. Okay, guys? This is it here.
The tower of Babel. My father, look at it. My father, come down. My father, scatter, 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 scatter. Say to them, whatsoever has raised itself above the knowledge of God in my life, any affliction, any disease, whatever you are, that has raised itself above the knowledge of God. I say no, 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 whatever you are, scatter, scatter, scatter.
But the guy is mad. He's mad.
He's creating content. He's a content creator. He's creating content.
Stirring up people, that's all he's doing.
If you bring this guy to Germany, we'll take him for therapy.
That's the thing.
They will arrest him and take him to a therapeutic institute for healing. He's normal. He needs some vitamins or some minerals, some healthy organic minerals.
He says he needs some minerals.
You know, oil, 1,000 bottles going. 1,000 bottles going at
What's to come
$1
out.
each.
Please, guys, need to take it easy on me, I beg, please.
But it's true, Afro. It's true. If you are, let's say, for example, in the UK, you start talking about you're hearing God talking to you. God is showing you things. You are seeing demons in people, right? And you're praying like this. Imagine you go to that speaker's corner and you start praying like this. What did they go do you?
They will take
They go section you. Section straight away.
How did we normalize this bullshit and call it prayers? How did we normalize the bullshit? Yeah? So no, guys, wait, 1 second, please.
Afro
It's going to be difficult.
Kingsley, wait, Kingsley, guys. Kingsley, just mute yourself for a minute.
It's going to be
We've
difficult.
got opposition, right? I'm not trying not to get us to, we agree with each other already. Let's talk to the people that we need to talk to about this, because this is a cancer. This thing is eating deep in the brains of our people, this religion thing. So let's get this conversation going. Guys, it's gone. Farouk.
Yes.
Farouk, you are a Muslim, right?
Yes.
So what are you doing here?
I'm a Muslim. I'm an African, so I know it's a African platform. So I'm a pro-African, a Mandingo man. So that's why I'm. Yes.
So Farouk, so you believe in what part of Africa are you from, Farouk?
The best people from Africa.
Liberia.
What part of Africa are you from?
He's from Liberia.
Liberia, to be specific.
So how come a Liberian?
We are the best in Africa.
Wait, how come a Liberian is how did you
Muslim.
How did you come across the Arabian, the God from Arab, the Arabian one? How did you come about that?
My forefather was Muslim, so myself I'm Muslim.
Your forefathers, how many ones before you?
My great grandfather was a Muslim. They were Muslim. They all were Muslim.
Great grandfather. How many fathers how many grandfathers back?
I can say maybe 100.
Okay.
Wow.
100 before
That's
you.
not possible,
That's
my
a lie.
brother.
That's a lie.
That's a lie.
That's a lie.
Farouk, why are you?
But
Why do people like telling lies like this?
You ask me why, then I will explain to you. Simple as that.
Please let me speak to him, please. Farouk, so why are you a Muslim?
Yeah, I'm a Muslim because I see the Muslim religion to be the
Go on,
best 100% religion to follow, and when you follow, you know your creator. Because we human, we were not brought here for just like that, but we were created by creator. And I have discovered that creator, and I must serve that creator.
Reggie, go on.
So, Farouk, are you related to the or any relation on your mom or your dad's side? Are you related to the people that got brought back to Liberia?
My mom, you say my mom, that what?
Is either one of your parents any relation to the people that got brought back to Liberia?
From America.
Oh yes, I have some. I have some of my uncles and brothers in America, but they actually migrated there, but they did not. They were not there.
Talking about, are you one of those people that came to Liberia, the Congo people? That's why he's saying.
No. We are original African. You know, we Madingo people, we are original African, and in fact, we are the best in Africa.
I don't think so.
Right, Afro. He's gonna take us away from the discussion that we're having. He's not NSPPD. Adam is not NSPPD. So,
but can these people prove the existence of God? This Farouk and Adam.
King Temi, maybe King Temi is a NSPPDian. Hello, King Temi.
Yeah.
King Temi? Hi. Are you an NSPPDian?
No.
Are you a Christian?
Yes, I'm a Christian, but I don't go to church.
Why don't you go to church?
Because I don't believe in most of the bullshit they're preaching. It's just all about their selfish interest in their pocket, their stomachs.
So how can you be a Christian but you know what the Christians are doing is BS? How can you remain?
Well, I grew up in Christian home. That is what I've been feeding. That's what they fed me with while growing up. And that is the only thing I understand.
So why don't you look for the truth? Because if you were indoctrinated into this religion and you can see that the things that these people are doing is BS, why don't you search and find out how they started following this tradition? Why they started following?
Well, I believe one thing, that is not all about religion. For you to be able to communicate with God, or for you to be, you don't need to belong to any religion, gathering or society for you to be able to find your path.
Okay, now while these people are doing their BS, as you call it, where is the God? Why is the God not stopping them?
Well, to my own understanding and what I believe, whatever they're trying to do, they will justify. Either there is God or not. We are not living in a spiritual world or spiritual realm. This is a physical existence of all human. So I will not say, that is the reason why I said, if I have any Buddhist temple around here, I would prefer to be a Buddhist, because Buddhist doesn't preach anything about spirituality. It's just all about the life you live now, how you live it, how happy you are. Forget about heaven, forget about hell, just live your life and be happy. So whatever the Christianity brings in, or Islam brings in to let us believe, or whatever religion brings in about the afterlife or the spiritual world, I don't just want to disturb my head over nothing. The only thing that matters to me now is the life I'm living. And if we eventually move to the afterlife, whatever comes there, I won't be the only person there, right? Though, yeah, I won't be the only person there. So whatever, billions of people have gone before me. So if we get there, then we cross it.
Can I ask a question, please?
Yes, I'm listening.
I just heard you say that when we move to the afterlife, is there an afterlife?
Well, no. See, if anybody says that,
no, I'm asking a question. Is there?
Yes, I will answer you. Just hold on. Just hold on. Let me just say this. If any man says that he knows what will happen to us after we have died, is either he's a fool or liar.
You were just telling us about something that happens after we die.
Because that is what most human beings believe.
You were just telling us. You're saying that anyone who says that there is something after the afterlife, that person is a fool. But that's what you were doing just a minute ago, and this is why I stopped you.
Is either a liar or a fool.
You just said we are moving to the afterlife.
That is my point. That is what many. Yes, hold on. My point is this. This is what many people believe. If there is life or not, it doesn't. I don't really care. It doesn't matter to me. Because
okay,
what matters to me is this.
No,
the life I'm living presently.
One second, please, one second. Can you tell me what do you think happens what's going to happen in your own afterlife? The one that you believe. What's going to happen?
Has there been anybody who have gone to afterlife and come back to tell us?
Tell me what you were taught in your church. What were you told about the afterlife?
Forget about what they taught me in the church. I don't care. Because they are all a bunch of liars.
Can you please answer my question? What were you taught about the afterlife? What do you know about the afterlife? Please. What was it they told you about the afterlife? Because you were actually going on. You said we are moving there. When we move to the afterlife. So I want to know, what do you know about the events in this afterlife?
I've never been there before.
Okay, I know you haven't been. I know you haven't been. What have you been told about the afterlife?
There are so many stories about your spirit to leave your body, go send it to heaven, all that kind of shit. But the truth of the matter is, whatever we enjoy is on this earth. So they've told us so many things. Some will say, oh, there is hell, there is heaven, there is that. If you don't pay tithe, you won't make heaven.
Do you
Some
believe
even
in
tell
heaven
you,
and hell? Can you guys tap on the screens for me? And I've got a gift goal as well. If you're watching on YouTube, can you please make sure to give the stream a thumbs up? Thank you for watching. Guys, I've also got subscriptions up there, right? If you subscribe, you get some cool emojis, some cool features. Very soon I'll be able to host what do you call it now? Subscription only lives, right? So that you guys can enjoy the benefits of being a subscriber. So thank you. So sir, do you believe in heaven and hell?
No.
You don't believe in heaven and hell. So where were you planning to move to? You said we were moving to the afterlife. Where in the afterlife were you? Where were you going in the afterlife?
I said something earlier. I've never been there.
Okay.
And if anybody should tell me this is what will happen to anybody who died. But one thing I know about is, I believe everything won't just be blank and dark.
Why not?
Either there is heaven or hell, I don't believe in it. But I believe there is something that will happen to us.
Like what?
After we die.
Like what?
That I don't know. I don't know.
Why do you believe that? Why do you believe that something will happen to us after we die? Why? What would make you believe? Have you seen a dead person before?
No.
You've never seen a dead person.
I've seen a situation.
You've never seen a dead person before. You have never seen a dead person before. I'm asking you a question. Have you ever seen a dead person before?
A dead person?
Yes.
Yes, I've been an undertaker for years.
You've been an
Before dropping, I started working as an undertaker when I was in GSS 3.
Your undertaker job.
Dead body doesn't mean anything to me.
Excuse me. In your undertaker job, when that person has finally unalived, right? They're no longer here with us. Have you seen them going anywhere or doing anything after they're dead? As an undertaker, you will be able to help us here. Have you seen any movement? Have you seen any relocation of the dead going somewhere, moving something? Have you seen it?
Do you hear that? I haven't, but I've seen a scenario or scene that's beyond human physical view.
You've seen beyond human physical view.
Yes.
What did you see? What did you see in the beyond the human physical view? What did you see?
I've entered a morgue before. That is a mortuary where they embalm bodies. And I've seen a body move up and go back to where they are. And calm down. Just let me lie. It's not much for you to believe me. It's not much for you to believe me.
It's okay.
I'm not saying this to convince you. Just hold on.
We're just asking questions. We just want to know. That's all.
Yes, that's what I'm trying to explain. Okay. That's why I say I'm not trying to say this to convince you or to believe me.
No, it's not a matter of convincing.
But the only thing
we are trying to determine. Listen, Uncle, hold on. We hear a lot about this afterlife. We get people coming to threaten us. Wait until you die. Then you will see what happens in the afterlife. Something's gonna happen.
They are all criminals.
You're gonna see God. You're gonna see Allah.
They are all criminals. They are criminals.
They're gonna see this, that, blah, blah. So please, I'm trying to determine this afterlife. Is it a thing? Is it? But you
do you know why I believe?
Wait, you said
you know what I believe?
I
believe in afterlife.
Uncle, hold on.
Like I said.
Wait now. You said you have seen beyond human perception. You've seen beyond you. So can you tell us, what did you see? You said you saw a dead body that went back. Back to where? Where did the dead body go?
Can I talk now?
Yes, please.
Are you true?
Yes, I am.
Thank you. I think that was 2000 and that should be between 2017 or 18. I went to this lawsuit in Ikeja, GRA. And a friend called me that we want to go and get a body though. And he said, let's go in. And when I want to step into the morgue, I was shivering. I couldn't move my body. My head was swollen and like, what's going on? And to move my steps, I couldn't. To move my legs, I couldn't. And he said to me, I understand something is wrong somewhere. Then tell me what is wrong. And he brought out a bottle of Shinab, the seaman, and alligator pepper. He counted it in my presence, 9. He chewed it, put some drinks, pour it on the floor, pour some of the drink on the floor, give it to me to drink. I have a bottle of it. He asked me to drink half of it, which I did. And he was saying that, how do you feel?
So you were drinking on the job?
Not the job. This person, I said something now that I did, and I work as an undertaker when I was in
the job.
You are not listening. You are not listening. I said I worked as an undertaker when I was in GS 3 to Essex, I think.
Okay. So
after finish my secondary school.
This story you're telling
Not
us.
that I'm presently an undertaker.
No, this story you're telling us, were you an undertaker when this was happening?
This 2017, 2018 now.
Yes. Were you?
I wasn't an undertaker. I followed a friend to pick a body.
Oh, you
no,
just followed
I
them
wasn't. I went to a mob to pick.
Okay, so you went to go and pick the body, huh?
The car broke down. We can't move, and somebody came into like, oh, the spirit is this, and they did one or two things, and even the mechanic have checked everything.
Sorry,
the car wasn't moving.
Sorry, your internet cut out. Can you please go back to the point where both of you were drunk? After drinking, then what happened?
He was drinking.
After that, I felt relief.
You felt relief.
And he said, "Can you step in now?" Yes, because then I was shivering. And you know, I was just feeling I was hearing some strange voices within my head, like, I won't be able to do this. I'm going to say, no, I understand.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so you were hearing.
And after that, after it brought out the alligator and the seaman, no.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Area 51. No, do now. Area 51. See alcohol now. Ah.
He got shit-faced one night.
Area 51. Reggie, what did you say?
He said one night.
You said I was what? Yeah, the network is bad.
Yes, your network is bad. So you said, so you gained some confidence, right? You now got some confidence after drinking the alcohol. So what happened?
Not just much. I didn't. It just a thought, and after I stopped hearing those sounds, the voices in my head, and I was able to step in without feeling shivering, without feeling my head swelling. And I got into there because it's what I've done before, it's what I've experienced, it's what I've seen before. It shouldn't be new to me, right? So when I got in there, I wasn't even feeling anything, any shivering or maybe hearing a voice in my head.
Okay.
Anymore. So it makes me believe that it might be maybe not for human, but there is a spiritual realm. To me, it's just my own perspective. It's just my own view.
So 1 second.
I believe there is
1 second. Please, 1 second. Let me break down what you have just told us, right? So the question to you is why you believe there's an afterlife, right? Why you believe that there is, something that goes on after we die. So you went to assist in picking this dead person, right? So the dead person was laying there, but for some reason you were unable to go in. You were trembling, right? And you were hearing voices. Then your friend says, "Here, take some schnapps and some bitter, what was it now? What was the other thing?
Alligator pepper.
Some alligator pepper. Please take this, which you drank, and after you drank, you now started feeling better, right? And you were able, and so for that reason, you believe that there must be something. Now, there are a lot of things here that I would need to figure out first before we start concluding that this has to do with that dead person that was there. Because don't forget, that person is dead.
But it's not just one.
No, hold on. Yes, that dead person is there, and they are not in any way, shape, or form affecting your life. They're just there. So you're going to go and help them. So the question that we need to find out is, number one, did you sleep well the night before? That's number one. Number two, yes. Had you eaten? Had you eaten before you came to this place, right? What was your own, what was the state of your health? What was the state of your life before you
100% good?
Because you may have been, I don't know, could have been anything, right?
Nothing like
on there, and you start shivering.
Nothing like what you're suggesting or you're thinking about.
Are you saying that it was the dead person It was a dead person that was making you shiver.
You see, in an environment like that, things happens.
Was it the dead person that was making
I'm
you
not.
shiver?
Hold on. See, life is about choices, right? What you believe, I may not believe it, and what I believe, you don't need to believe it. But okay, you're saying, oh, there's no life after death.
I'm not
Fine.
saying that.
So
I
how
am
sure
saying
are
that.
you that there's no life after death? Have you
I'm
been
not
there
saying
before?
that. I am not
Hold
saying
on,
that.
hold
I'm trying
on,
to
hold
figure
on.
out what you are telling us. I've not even made a claim like that at all. I've not said there is no life after death. You've not heard those words out of my mouth, right? All I know is that I've seen a dead person and they don't go anywhere. You have been an undertaker. You've cared for dead bodies, right? And you've not seen them go anywhere. And now the story that you tell us, you're on your way to go and pick up a dead person. But for the alcohol, right? But for that alcohol, you were shivering, right? So shiver could have been, maybe you were coming down with an illness.
Yeah.
Maybe
Low
your
blood
blood
sugar.
sugars were low.
Yeah, my blood sugar when it goes low, I shiver. And then my thoughts tend to run in.
And Phil, he might have just been anxious for whatever reason. That might just be some anxiety going on there. It could be anything.
Those things that happen.
So how is this anything to do with this afterlife that we are talking about? How is the afterlife making you get a fever? Or no, to have this feverish condition? I mean, guys, think about it, right? There's an afterlife. There's an afterlife and the events that go on in the afterlife. And now he's come to help the afterlife people, to bring one of their persons that has gone to the afterlife. He's trying to help those people over there. And now they're coming to make his own life a misery by making. How is he going to finish the work for the afterlife people? Shouldn't they be giving him, decent health and saying, please help us to carry our body and go and put it in him? You understand? How are the afterlife people impacting on you so much so that now you're not able to help them? Because right now you're here in this place to come and help afterlife people. Right? So it just makes no sense to me that if there is an afterlife people or thing, whatever, then why are they bothering you like this? Why are they making you suffer? Why are they making you shiver?
Like a drug to me.
There's natural things that happen. And we have evidence of that. And people are experiencing such things because of natural occurrences. So, what is more probable? Is it an afterlife? Somebody trying to communicate from an afterlife that you have no evidence of? You just believe? Actually, as I heard today, and I agree, believing is intellectual dishonesty.
Did you say, Phil, that believing is dishonesty? Is that what you said? That believing
intellectual
is
dishonesty.
Intellectual dishonesty. Whoa.
I heard Sebastian put it well. He's the one that was explaining. He said, "Oh yes, that is it's intellectual dishonesty because you're believing something that you don't have any evidence for and believing it to be true."
Okay, Rev, just one second. Pastor Urch, you are even a pastor, so you would know everything about the afterlife. Pastor Urch, come on now. Come, you said there is an afterlife, my dear. So me too, my dear Pastor Urch, come and tell us about the afterlife. If it's sure for you, say afterlife day, right? You're sure what you're talking about. Please come up and tell us about this afterlife. I'm sure, how many of us are here? 93 people. You guys would want to know about the afterlife, right? No, guys? See, Pastor Urch, don't laugh now. Come and tell us, Pastor Urch. Come on, don't laugh.
How's he so sure? You never been there.
Pastor Urch, come on. I'm waiting for you. This afterlife, Pastor Urch, at least you will be able to tell us, right? You'll be able to guide us. so that we don't perish. This is what they always say, hey, give your life to Jesus so you don't perish in the afterlife. Okay, afterlife, where is it? I mean, what goes on there, right? So there's an afterlife, my dear. There is an afterlife. Invite you again. No, hit the request button. Hit the request button. Come on.
I'm there already.
Oh, you're already here. Oh, hallelujah. Hallelujah.
Yeah. First of all, I am not here to argue. Okay. I'm not here to dispute with anyone of one's belief. We all have our own belief system. You can believe whatever you choose to believe. I'm a pastor, but I'm not here. I'm not even here on this platform as a pastor. Okay. But I just want to state an experience I had.
Before you continue, sir, just so we know who we are talking to. You said you're a pastor.
Yeah, I am.
Were you called by God or were you ordained by a man?
It depends on what you think. But if I say I'm called by God, how do you know I'm called by God? If I say I'm ordained by a man,
it's nothing, sir.
Does it validate my being a pastor? So that's what I'm saying. I don't want to come on this platform.
Sir, it's nothing to do with me at all. I want to know how you came about being a pastor. That's all. This is not anything to do with me, right? So I just want to know, were you called by God to be a pastor? Or did somebody lay their hands on you and say, I hereby make you a pastor? Just that's all I want to know. Okay, please unmute yourself, sir.
Okay.
Okay.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now. So can you please answer? Were you called by God?
No, that's what I'm saying. I don't want us to go there, whether being called by God or being ordained. I'm not here on this platform.
Pastor Ed, you came up here. I'm not here to do this. I'm not here to do that. I was just quiet watching you. And then now you're being asked a question. I'm not here on this to do this. I'm not here on this. Why did you come up if you don't want to have a discussion? Why are you putting up all these walls? Do you not have faith in your God that he will see you through all our questions and our inquiries? We want you to prove your God. We want you to have that confidence, that God power, you know? Maybe,
like I said,
maybe if you show us that mighty power of your God, you can hear me talking, Oga. Maybe if you show us that mighty power of your God, we will decide if we want to worship it or not. But if you come up here and you're putting walls, I am not going to do this. I'm not going. Waiting, do you?
Thank you, Ad.
I also wanted to say something to him too. Before she did, I had unmuted at the same exact time. Honestly, sir, nobody cares that you're a pastor here. You don't get extra respect. You can't make no rules here. You can't say what you want to talk about here or not. Listen, you are a guest here. So if the host asks you a question, I do not care if you are a pastor or who you are. You must answer the question. Like we say here in the United States, if you don't like it, don't let the door hit you or the good Lord split you. We don't play those games here.
Okay, I get your rules in this house. The fact that I have pastor in my name,
How did you come about being the pastor?
I preach the gospel.
Okay.
And I pastor the church. I'm no longer pastoring the church now, but I pastor the church.
Okay.
And I preach the gospel of Jesus Christ.
And collected tithes, right?
I don't collect tithes. It doesn't belong to me. I've never collected tithe from anybody before.
Collect. If you didn't collect tithes, what did you collect?
No, I don't want.
I never collected any tithe. I've never been paid as a
I
pastor.
said, if you didn't collect tithe, what are you collecting?
Hold on.
That's what I'm saying. It's not everybody. It's not everybody that believes in tithing. It's not
Is it
everybody
only
that believes.
tithe that they give?
Let's
That
talk
they
about the afterlife. Let's talk about the afterlife. Please.
That is why I came to talk about the afterlife.
Can we stop attacking him? Let him talk.
Hey,
I want to talk about the
notable
afterlife.
director here.
I want to talk about the afterlife, please.
It's the afterlife I want to talk about.
Okay.
That's
So,
what I heard.
Pastor
And I
Urge.
just want to state an experience
Okay,
that I had.
1 second, Pastor Urge. You made a comment in the chat. You said there is an afterlife, my dear.
Yes. And I want to state the reason why.
The reason why. So
yes.
after this reason that you're going to give us, we'll somehow get to the bottom of this afterlife something. So please go on and tell us, but very briefly, why.
I'm going to be very brief. I'm going to be very brief.
Okay.
I had an uncle that died. Okay. I wasn't a pastor then, but I had an uncle that died, and we went for his burial in my village. I'm from the southeast, eastern part of Nigeria. So we went for his burial. A man who is dead shouldn't have a reason to decide how he will be buried, right? If we believe that if they are dead, they are dead. There should be nothing. They have nothing to say. They have nothing to decide for themselves how they should be buried. Now, this one happened in my presence, and since then, I made up my mind, and it convinced me that there's an afterlife.
Okay.
Now, we got to the house after going to church, the normal proceedings of burial, interment, and what. Time to lay him to the ground. And they carried the casket, trying to lay him to the ground, and the casket refused to enter into the grave.
What happened?
In front of his house.
How come?
That's what I'm saying.
How come?
I'm going to explain to you.
Was something stopping the casket from going in?
Something was stopping the casket. I don't know whether he is the one. I don't know, but I know there was a force.
Hold on, Uncle, hold on. Uncle, hold on.
I don't hold on.
1 second. So you open the ground, right? The ground is open.
6 feet, yes.
6 feet. And so now this casket is heavy. Heavy. Right? And so when they put it in, there is nothing that is stopping that, as if they've got the right measurements, right?
Yes.
The weight of the casket should make it such that by the time they lower it in, it goes all the way to the bottom, right?
Yes.
But you are saying to us that something was stopping the casket from going in.
Yeah, the casket refused to enter into the grave.
How is that possible?
In my presence.
How is that possible? They can just put it in. If the thing refuses, you push it in.
Yeah, my story is still halfway now. Now, we were there for close to 25 minutes. I was younger then. I'm talking about 1995 or 96. Yeah, 95 or 96. Now, we were all very surprised. We were like, what's happening? What's happening? The people who were laying him into the ground, some people had entered into the grave. Okay, now since the casket was refusing to go into the grave, some people jumped into it, put their hands to collect the casket and lower the casket into the grave. But the casket refused, rather than go in, it tumbles. I am telling you, it happened in my presence, and since then it changed my orientation about the afterlife.
Okay, so the casket tumbled,
It keeps tumbling until an old man came. The old man said, keep the casket on the ground. They kept the casket. He said, open it. I want to see how you guys were laying this man into the ground in front of his house. It was actually his building. Now, they found out that the man was laid facing the head was outside. The head was like towards the main road, you know, and the man said, no, you don't bury a dead man, especially the owner of the house, to face the house. The head has to be by the house, not by the road.
What?
So yeah, I'm telling you, it happened in my presence. If it was a story, I would have been like, it's a story.
One second, let me understand something. So the man's head is supposed to be facing where?
The man's head is supposed to be outside, kind of facing the building. No, it's supposed to be by the building, facing the main road. But they were now laying the man on the ground. Go ahead.
Who gives these rules for how a person must be buried? I'm trying to understand.
Good question.
Yeah, I know.
When they put the person into the box, shouldn't they have this information before they put the person inside the box, right? So now, is this a culture thing that you bury people facing the road and facing the front or facing the back? And I've never heard this before. So
I'm telling you, I've never heard it before until I saw it.
Who's giving these rules? Who's giving these rules?
I don't know. That's what I'm telling you. I don't know exactly until
because
the old man
cultural
came.
Superstition, right? Mind you, this
I don't care if it's a superstition. But what I'm saying is,
nobody asked you what you care about.
Okay.
No one asked you what you care about.
Okay.
Whoa, like seriously.
I care.
This is a African cultural or practice that people were carrying out, right? This casket and this dead body were taken into the church, meaning that this person is a Christian. Yes? So they did whatever rites they did in church, and then they came to burying. So all of a sudden, the dead body now all of a sudden wanted to practice African cultural beliefs or superstitions. It no longer wanted to be a Christian. Do you see how confusing
this story that he is telling? You told the exact same thing about my grandfather. That when he died,
I've heard about these things as well.
His body refused. He refused to enter into the ground.
On Nollywood, the engine will knock. Whatever was transporting that body, the engine will knock.
Then the dead body will start. Okay, but what we're trying to do here, Mr. Urch, you said that there is afterlife, and all you have said to us is the casket refused to enter, and somebody came and said, put his head this way and put his head that way. But don't you forget, before this old man came, you said that the casket was tumbling. It was tumbling. You said that. So could it be that in the process of the casket tumbling, the dead has moved? And that's what caused him to be facing whatever way he is facing. Was there something inside that ground? Because, people can be very, very, they can be very clever because they're trying to put this fear in people. Dead body, this grandfather, this and this and that. Right? While they were burying, did they put something? Did you look in there? There are things that we need to ask before we start making assumptions that, dead body is moving, dead body don't want to be buried. Like, what the fuck? He's no longer there. He's gone. He's just a shell of him is there. There's no way that man was doing nothing. Nothing was happening over there. But we just make these dead people just, So I want to know, right, sir, after he was turned properly, did the casket now go down well? Did the body go down well? And if it did, how Does that prove that
Immediately he was turned.
Yeah. Yeah. Immediately he was
See,
turned.
if dead bodies die and they just die and they die and we believe they are dead, so why should they decide how to be buried?
He didn't decide anything.
He did.
He did not decide anything.
Because until he was turned, there was nothing anybody could do about it. Because each time you want to lay it, it turns the other way.
That's
It doesn't want to go
You
in.
didn't tell us anything at all. You didn't tell us anything at all about him turning the other way. You didn't say nothing about that.
Excuse me. Not turn the other way itself. What
You
I'm
just
saying
said
is
it,
it
Tumble.
tries.
Stop, sir. Stop.
1 second.
Hello.
Can we just allow him to talk?
1
Can
second.
we
They're not
allow
allowing
him
me to
to
talk.
speak?
I don't like
trying
this.
Quiet,
to
sir.
say something.
The horse is trying to
I'm
speak.
trying to say something, please. Listen. So this person is dead. He's no longer there. He's gone. Right? Now, whatever direction he was facing, right? When they said open the casket, the man came and looked at him and said, turn him this other way, right? And then they turned him that way, right? I want you to prove to us that it was the dead man that was telling you how he wants to be buried.
Now, I don't have anything to prove here. I'm just stating my experience, why I believe someone dies today does not mean the person is not alive. If
poor evidence,
something as simple as turning the dead body's face from one end to the other could
That
just
does
make
not
it
prove an
easy
afterlife.
that does not correlate, sir. Correlation does not mean
into the
causation.
ground. Now, after that
correlation does not mean causation.
You guys are not allowing me to talk.
Sorry.
That's
no. Correlation does not mean causation. Full stop. You are saying there's a correlation. Changing the guy's direction probably redistributed the weight such that the person's letting him down. One person might have been releasing the rope too fast, and it caused the coffin to turn because of weight distribution. So you can't make that conclusion that is a dead body. There are more logical, natural explanations than to make up stuff that you don't have any evidence for and concluding that it's that. When you don't have any evidence, that's not proving anything. That's not proving that there's a life after death. There are natural explanations as to why the body, the coffin, will have turned and roll. Not because of somebody. We know that happens if there's a disparity in weight distribution and depends on who is letting down, because I suspect that there probably were 4 persons letting down the coffin, or unless the coffin was on this special mechanism that they use today. Well, I don't know, back then they probably had it, which actually goes down slowly. But if it was guys standing with ropes to let down the body, those guys are of different sizes, not the same strength. There are so many different other natural explanations. But to jump to a conclusion of something that you don't have evidence for is ridiculous.
And also, he didn't experience any afterlife. He didn't. He was a child and he saw what he saw, but that was not an experience of afterlife. You can't use that be a story that it's proof that there's an afterlife. I thought he was going to say that he unalived and went somewhere and came back. Then yeah, that's an experience of an afterlife. But he didn't experience anything. The guys who are lowering the coffin could have also pretended stuck and doesn't want to go in. They do it. They do these things to cause drama, fear, confusion, to enforce those superstitious beliefs. So I don't believe any of it. None of it at all. You can't be saying that you took the body to the church, you did your prayers and everything, and then all of a sudden you get to the grave, the body doesn't want to be buried because it's facing the wrong direction. When you're unalive, you're unalive. Even if they bury you standing up, you won't wake up. In the morgue, they're going to drain all the blood from your body. They might even remove some organs. You are no longer like a fully functioning human being. Like, honestly, it's just it's so heartbreaking the way and I hate to see Black men like this. It's so heartbreaking. These are the people that want to be honored. They want women to be submissive to them, yet they think and talk like this. How can such a man lead a household and a family? Yes, Chris, they fill the body with embalming fluid after draining all the blood.
Well, guys, the pastor said that is the proof of the afterlife. It's crazy, absolutely crazy.
That's not proof, Afro. Those guys that were supposed to be lowering the coffin were playing tricks.
They were playing tricks. They
Yeah, but-
that person that came and said, move him, whatever direction that man was facing, this man would have come and said, turn him in the other direction. And make it look like as if, oh, the dead person, he's the one that wants to be turning this. Can you imagine being dead? Eh? And you bother about where they put your head is turning this direction or not. You have just crossed over to the afterlife. You have crossed over to the part where, you know, all these magical things happen. Go and bother yourself with what is going to happen to you. But now you are here worried about where your head is facing.
Afro, there's some people who are buried sitting up.
Yes, some of those, eh?
And there's another guy, apparently he's a millionaire or a billionaire. He buried his mother in a Hummer Jeep. Hummer Jeep, real Hummer Jeep, not that they made a coffin into a Hummer Jeep. No, he bought a Hummer Jeep. Rev, I will look for the photos, but if you Google it, I'm sure you'll see it. He bought a Hummer Jeep, placed his mother inside it, and buried her in the Hummer Jeep.
There's a pastor that did that as well. There's a pastor that did that in Nigeria.
So why did these dead bodies not say, don't bury me in this, bury me in a coffin? Coffin is not even something that we Africans used to practice anyway when we're doing our burials.
Hey, Deep State Annex, good to see you.
I mean,
okay, Deep State Annex.
Afro, you don't understand the kind of pain I feel.
I'm sorry.
I feel a physical pain when I see a grown African man indoctrinated coming up here to kiss Jerry Eze or any of these people's nyash. And do you know the other guy? He didn't say nothing about God. He didn't mention God. It's Jerry Eze. Jerry Eze.
That Temba guy?
Yes.
Temba. That's really sad. Anyway, we've got Patience. She's very patient. Hello, Patience. Patience? Patience? Has a Patience run thing? A Patience has run dry?
She's patiently sleeping.
Oh, Patience. Patience.
Sister Patience, you there?
We don't have Patience again. Right. Is there anybody? Anybody? It pains me to see people throw away man gifting preaching. It pains me to see people throw away on gifting and preaching. It's you see, Deep State Annex, they don't get it. They think that we are hating on the man. That's what they think. They think that we are hating on Jerry Eze. Oh, you are jealous of his money. You're jealous of his wealth. The God that Jerry Eze claims to be speaking on behalf of, there is no evidence that that God exists. So he is selling you all a product that doesn't exist, and you are fattening his pocket, throwing your monies at him, right? All the miracles and testimonies that he is getting in that place, Please tell all of them to come and chill with us here. Let's have a conversation about that miracle. What happened before? Did you do a before and after? Right? Did anyone see this person that claimed that they were blind? Did you see them before the so-called healing? Right? Did you know what were the signs? What were the symptoms? What were the what they were going through? What was their experience before they received the miracle? And did a doctor come along and say, yes, this is definitely, profound. I saw this person only yesterday. We must make sure and verify that this preacher is, the doctor is certified, that it's not just a quack standing there and listen, to claim that something is a miracle. I'm telling you, you will have to go through a very vigorous process. You can't have somebody just coming up and saying, oh, I could not eat yesterday. Today I can eat. Praise the Lord. I am a chosen. No, that's not how it works. Critical thinking is lacking in Jerry Eze's followers. They've got no critical thinking. No critical thinking. And why? Because Jerry Eze has removed their critical thinking skills. Because how else would they buy into the bullshit? How else would they buy into the bullshit? Okay, all right, Kingsley. Good night. Patience, are you there or not? Patience?
Patience, you're muted.
Do we have anybody else who wants to come and talk to us about Jerry Eze? Guys, for those of you wondering why I've got this man's face up here, is the highest paid YouTuber in Nigeria. The highest paid. He is now a billionaire. He now flies in private jets. And all of this happened within 4-5 years from the pandemic, right? They started praying online. And today, this guy is in money. Because whatever he's preaching has helped, it has thrived on the YouTube, right? So now we are asking the questions. If God has never been proven to exist, then how is this guy busy telling people, God told me, God said, and God said? That is a lie. That's a lie. There's no God telling you nothing. And for those of you wondering, what does he do in his on his online platform? This is what he does over there that has made him the billions that he has made.
The Lord came down. He saw the affliction. He scattered. The Lord came down. He saw the no. He saw the no. He scattered it. A second.
As soon as I started playing it, I noticed that some people, they quickly ran away. And I don't blame you. Listen to that racket. And this, every 5 days a week, our people are told, tune in. They go and listen. Look, 5 days a week, you have to listen to it. I'm telling you, NSPPDians, the long-term damage to, number one, your ears, the long-term damage that it would do to your head up here, listening to this day in, day out, somebody shouting and you too shouting. The long-term, there's no how that you would go 1 year doing these prayers here and you will not come back with some kind of anxiety disorder or some kind of mental health disorder. No. Praying like that, and this is how your God wants you to communicate with him, so he can come and meet you and give you your little miracles and whatever you're coming to look for. It's crazy. To wake our people up from this nonsense. Hey, doctor. What about how are you?
I'm happy to be here again today.
How are you? Yes, good to see you again.
Yes. Can I say a few words about Jerry?
Hey, Anata. Good to see you, Anata. Yes, please go on and say.
Yeah, I think that it's religion generally takes advantage of people, especially when they are very vulnerable. Right now, we have a situation in Africa, especially Nigeria, where too many girls are single, too many girls don't know what to do, and they cannot figure out a solution to being single for too long. And they're concerned that menopause is coming, and they believe it's a spiritual problem. So Jerry Eze took advantage of that, and he established lots of prayer groups where people believe that what God cannot do does not exist. Remember that these girls are the same people that were in different other churches before Jerry came. But their problem was that because they were single. So this man came with helping people find husbands. That was the major thing he started with. So over time, we realized that most of his members were single girls. They were mostly girls who were in their mid-30s, girls who were going to 40. But today, they still believe that what God cannot do does not exist. I tell you this, in a few years, all of them will realize that they've been scammed. But of course, by then, he will have become a multi-billionaire because he makes about 7 billion a year. I think about a year, 7 billion from YouTube. And that's a lot of money. These girls would likely be caught up by menopause. It's something that's inevitable. So when they're caught up by menopause and they are not married, that's when they realize that they've been scammed. So our people are so religious and we are so stupid that we don't think. I was asking a friend yesterday, somewhere in London, I was asking, if someone told you that a black person died for white people and his name was Jesus, would you have ever believed that? Be honest. Because he was a close friend, he told me, if the story came from Africa, nobody would ever believe that. So the reason why we're killing ourselves, because we feel inferior, we feel like these people deserve to have died for us. If a white person died for you, why did he sell your fathers and your great-grandfathers as slaves in the market? Why did you use chain? And it was the same time when they were telling you that Jesus died for you, was the same time that they were selling your ancestors. So this story does not make sense. But the problem is our people don't like to learn. They don't like to think. Because the Bible says that people must have faith. Faith is just believe something even if it doesn't make sense. Do not think. So to be a Christian, you have to be a moron. The first requirement to be a Christian is to be a moron. Don't ask questions. Don't talk, just believe. Even if it's stupid, don't think about it. Just believe, just have faith. That's why they are making money. They are buying private jets. And poverty is still building up. They are building churches in Africa. People don't have jobs. Instead, they go to these warehouses to pray for jobs.
Did you know that Jerry Eze is building a big, right now, he's currently in the middle of building. So on a Sunday, in his church, right? Listen to this. Every Sunday, they do 6 services. So when he's not praying online, 7 a.m. Can you imagine 7 a.m. on a Monday morning? My people are coming to listen to this for 3 hours, listening to this on a Monday morning when they should be at work. This is what they are listening to.
See, that is why the black race will never evolve. We have been left behind by over 100 years. We have not been able to overcome malaria.
Wait, so what I'm saying
is been able to overcome anything because we're not thinking.
If your workforce is online, right? Praying this kind of prayer. Then on Sunday, 6 services, 6. And those 6 services, you know what he does? He would change clothes. Every service, he would quickly run, go change his clothes, come back, and then come and do some preaching, and then come and start, give your tithe, your offerings, and your partnership. Partnership. So the monies that they give to Jerry Eze, they come in all many different forms. Come in tithing, come in partnership, come in the online, that's the YouTube, the Facebook, and all these different platforms. They just throw the money at him, throw it at him. But the question is this viable? In 10 years to come, he's shouting, people will get fed up.
Yeah, the Bible likened the followers of Jesus as sheep. Sheep are animals without sense. So if you're a sheep, just know you don't have sense, and these people will keep buying jets until you have sense. But I'm grateful for people like you who are waking the consciousness of our people. Believe it or not, people are listening. People are beginning to think. In a few years, Christianity will be gone from Nigeria, will be gone from Africa. I'm not saying 100%, but at least all these things you see going on in Nigeria in the name of Christianity. In the whole of Europe, the churches here that are 200 years old, 300, 500 years old, people don't go to churches again because the aim of religion was to enhance slavery. Slave trade is over. So no need for religion, no need for Christianity. They know, it's a fact. That is why the churches are here. Nobody goes to the churches. People go there to take pictures. In Africa, we're still killing ourselves because we refuse to listen.
If you're in the UK, where else will you wear your African clothes to, if not to church?
Exactly.
The people need a social club and a place to go and show off their clothes.
Exactly. It's just a place to show up, show your new cars, show your clothes, and possibly meet Igbo people, meet Yoruba people, and all of that. But it's got nothing to do with Jesus Christ. People are being fooled because they refuse to read. I tell you this, most of these Christians you see on social media who are making noise, they don't read the Bible. What they know about the Bible are the things they were told by people like Jerry Eze, people who manipulate, people who twist these narratives. So they know nothing. So they can never think. So they look at people like us who are saying things that, because we are thinking, they look at us as antichrist. They say, oh, one day, somebody told me yesterday online, they say, oh, if all these things you're saying, one day, all of you will die, they'll bring you back. I told them, everybody will die one day. Death is not what you can threaten me with. If you have a point to make, if you can defend your religion, defend it. But if you're telling me death, then you're stupid. Because we'll all die one day. That's not something to threaten me with. It shouldn't be.
No, we all will die. We've got I don't know if Sharon, are you there?
Yeah.
Hello, Sharon.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Are you a follower of NSPPD?
No, I'm not. I have sorry, I actually fell asleep because I was listening and then I fell asleep. What it is that I came on your live about a couple of days ago, or just over early in the week, and I thought it was really good what you were saying about how the differences between this pastor, what's his name again?
Jerry,
yeah. How he conducts his services and so forth. I think it's a good point what you've putting out, and I feel that he's not really. I've never heard of him before, but hearing how you were debating about his conduct on his services, I don't think it's. I just feel it's all demonic kind of.
Are you a Christian?
Yeah, I'm a born again Christian. I've actually been.
Sorry, if you don't mind, I'm trying to figure out what does it mean to be born again.
Really, to be born again is that you're giving life to Christ. Christ is your Lord and Savior, and it's about the relationship. It's not about. It's
Sorry,
not.
did you say give your life to Christ?
Yeah, that you. That,
You can't give your life to anybody. If you give your life to anybody, that's it. You're done.
yeah, I know. In a sense,
What do you mean giving your life?
we believe that Jesus died on the cross for us and saved and saved our sins. But to be honest, I've been going through a lot of challenges because I've been in the church side of things for 18 years now. At the moment, I've been very, very open about what's going on and what's happening, and I just ain't really been taking part because I don't believe I'm I have to look at myself. I have to save myself as well. So yeah, it's just lots of other challenges that some church practices is not really that correct. So
yeah, but the doctrine of being born again is not correct. You cannot be born again. It's impossible to be born again.
Well, I think it's about renewing. It's the renewing of your sins. Apparently, it's the renewing of your sins.
Renewing of sins.
Yeah, because
why would you want to
renewing from your
sins?
sins, basically? Like every day you're born. To me, you're born again is a daily how would you say it?
Event.
Sorry?
It's a daily event.
Yeah, I mean it's like you are you're renewing your mind, your spirit, your soul, you're renewing yourself. And,
Hello, everyone.
Please hold on, please, Chibuzo, please hold on. Yeah. So you're renewing your mind, your soul, and
it's because I don't know. It's just
okay. Let's be like this. Let's be like this.
Yeah, go on.
Why do you need to be born again? Why? Why does one need to be born again? Because when you came up, you said, "I am a born again Christian."
Yeah, I am.
Why did you decide to be born again?
Well, it was very long. I actually was baptized when I was 14.
No, not baptized. Born again. Why? Why did you decide? Let's go and do born again.
I decided because I think I got to that place where I needed something different. Where they say it's like you're in the world, but you're of the world. Is that one got it right? You're of the world. It's just the way that the world that I was living in was not a good one.
The world you were living in was not a good one. So is that world good now? Now that you're born again?
Yeah, I think I've improved a lot. Yes, definitely. I think it helps my spirit. It helps me guide on a level of patience and a prayer, seeking God for myself. All the prayers when it comes to sermons, the church I was going to, I still remember, but the preacher and preaching was always taught us to search it for yourself. Never just take the word of God as it is said on the pulpit. You have to search for it for yourself as well. It's not about you listening to them and then you go hallelujah, da da da, and then you forget.
Okay, one second. So you are you Nigerian?
No, I'm Caribbean actually.
You're Caribbean?
Yeah. Trinidad and St. Lucia.
So how did the Trini people get the religion of Christianity? Do you know?
No, I don't really know. I know most of them are. I don't really notice Trinidad actually. Because I live in the UK. I live in the UK. I was born in the UK.
Yes, I get that.
But I know St. Lucia's. I think St. Lucian's, that side. Don't quote me all right, but
did you grow up to parents that believed in Christianity?
yeah, I think most of them are Catholics. I think the Catholic religion is worldwide, especially in the Caribbean. Dominicans mostly, and I think the St. Lucians. I'm not sure about
St. Lucia.
the St. Lucians and the Dominicans definitely are of Catholic side of things. I was brought up in Catholic, and then I went to as a born again, being baptized as a Pentecostal when I was young, and then I don't know, something happened, and my mum said that you have to go to the Catholic church. You're not going to that church anymore.
Okay, so being born again, how has that helped you?
Well, it's helped me to stabilize my mind, because
Stabilize your mind, how?
Well, it gave me a spiritual understanding. It gave me I was able to read the word.
Being born again gave you spiritual understanding. How? How did you get this spiritual? So you now understand things in the spirit.
Yeah, I understand how things go if I have to fight in the spirit.
Fight in the spirit?
Yeah, it's not.
Wait, hold on. Fight in the spirit.
Am I digging myself up deep now?
What? Fight in the spirit. Sorry, what does it mean to fight in the spirit? If you don't mind, what does it mean?
Basically, we've been, it's like how you can say, because.
So wait, hold on, Sharon.
Yes.
So you just told us that being born again, right, helped you, right? So it's helped you get this sense of, I don't know, helped your mind, right? Your mind. So before you became born again, right? I don't know, you're living your life, but now that you have become born again, you have now turned into a fighter. You have now turned into a warrior. Before, I don't know what's up with your mind, but now you now have your mind is now, I don't know, okay. But look at you, you've now turned into a fighter in the spirit. So please tell me, what are you busy fighting in the spirit, and why? I mean,
I'm not fighting now.
You became born again to go and fight.
No, I didn't. I didn't know what it was to be born again, because I just started to go to church, and then I learned from that. I've been in there for a long time, but what I'm saying is that a lot of it was about prayer. It was about prayer and how to pray. And
I'm asking about the fighting in the spirit.
Well, the fight in the spirit is that you're not fighting in the physical world.
Understanding, spiritual understanding. And when I asked, you said now you're now fighting in the spirit. Reggie?
I just wanted to ask Sharon a couple of questions, because I'm not really good with Christianese, but this being born again stuff sounds very, very interesting. And I just want to make sure we're on the same page.
It's probably the way I'm speaking about it. Then
no, it's not that. I just want to make sure that we understand each other. So, at what age were you born again?
Well, I'm quite old now. So it's been.
Okay, sorry.
I would have said I was baptized when I was 14, but at that time I believed in Jesus Christ. So that's how it was when you start go to church and you go into like Sunday school and all that. So then I became born again as in being baptized. And then I came away
All right, well,
from
stay right there. Stay right there so I can make sure I understand. So you're saying that when you was 14 years old, you jumped back up in your mom's twat. That's what you're saying?
I what?
So you're telling me that you was born again when you was 14 and you jumped back up inside of your mother's twat?
No, that's not what it does.
Now, the literal
No,
meaning.
don't say that.
No,
Don't
excuse me.
insult my mum
Excuse
about
me,
that.
no,
It
it's not an
doesn't make
insult.
sense.
Excuse me.
What do you mean by that?
The literal meaning of being born again is.
I know what you mean. You're being
going right
rebirthed
back
again. It's not
into
about that.
Excuse
It's
me,
about.
Sharon, hold on.
Okay.
To be born again literally means for you to go back inside your mama's JJ and her to push you out again. She did it the first time.
Hello, everyone.
And
I
now
understand that,
jumping
but
up
that's
in
not
there
what.
and
Right, but because that would be just an amazing trick. I would love to see a person do that.
Well, excuse me. You know, I'm a child. I was young then, a child. I didn't really know that I was actually born again at that time. I just knew I was baptized in believing in Jesus Christ. That was it. Obviously, as time's grown, as a big person, you know, I've got to learn that it's about being born again. I had no understanding, as you say, and it isn't about
you had
going
no
back.
business. You had no business being born again when you had no clue what the hell you were doing. That right there is the definition. Let me speak, please hold on. That right there is the definition of indoctrination. How are we making 14-year-olds do this so-called born again thing, have no idea what they're doing, right? Can you imagine? She was born again, didn't realize she was born again until she became an adult and now understood, oh, so that's what it was. So I was born again at 14. And this is why I say keep religion away from kids. 14-year-olds are still minors. They've got no business making such life-altering decisions, right? They haven't got a clue what they're doing. Their prefrontal cortex is not developed enough to be hearing stories about give your life to Christ. And now she doesn't even understand, right, what she was doing when she was busy giving her life to Christ at 14. Come on, people. This is the damage that we are talking about. And then when that damage is done at 14, guess what? As an adult, you carry it on. And people like Jerry Eze now capitalizes on the people that are convinced of this nonsense. It's crazy. I'm sorry, this is not I'm not you, I'm not addressing this to you, but it breaks my heart. Breaks my heart to hear about 14-year-olds giving their life to Jesus. This is why I don't like this Jesus character.
Hello, everyone. Can I chip in?
Are you a Christian?
I'm not a Christian. I don't have a religion.
Okay. So what do you want to...
Essentially, I just want I would love to speak on the existence of God, but I just want to speak on what you guys are speaking on.
Do you believe that a God exists?
Yeah, there's a God.
There is a God.
Yeah, a creator. There's a creator of everything.
A God or a creator?
They are both the same thing. A God.
How is a God and
creator.
creator the same? How?
Because the God, when you use the term God, it's like the supreme. He oversees everything, all human affair, the creation of and how life came into being. But when you use creator, he expresses it more simply a creator, like when a person creates a car or a person creates a fan. So I wanted to speak on what she was saying. She doesn't have an idea of what essentially means to be born again. The term is being used very loosely because it's not literal. To be born again is essentially what society deems of man, but like I said, it's not literal. It's being used very loosely. People just go soak themselves in water or hear from their preacher what the preacher babbles about and say, oh, they are born again. But in order to come down to, a level of understanding, it's not a literal term. If we decide to speak on it, it's more of a term of demanding that every human being be accountable for their actions in society.
People are already accountable without being born again.
No,
People are
that's not what
already-
I'm saying.
People are no, I'm saying that's what I am saying. I'm saying that people, right? They are accountable without being this born again thing, right? You live in a society, for example, I live in the UK, right? You follow the rules. You drive on the motorway. You stick to the rules of the road. Otherwise, listen, you get a ticket right in your door, right? The ways that you are able to abide by whatever laws are,
Okay, listen.
so we
Let- let me-
need you don't need being born again to do anything. I don't know why people need to be born again.
Okay, listen. Being born again is a term we're discussing about it now just because it's a term that's developed and is commonly used by religious folks. But we're discussing about it because it's now being commonly used.
Okay,
But now I'm now coming down to an
born again?
understanding that I'm not trying.
Move on. Can we move on from the born again thing? Honestly, it's not necessary because this whole born again thing, this, like Reggie said, it's Christianese. Y'all understand it in your churches and your places. It makes no sense. Telling people to be born again for accountability makes no sense at all. That's just some crazy ass doctrines y'all believe in. But you said you've come and tell us about the existence of God. That's more interesting, and that's the subject I want to talk about. So if you don't mind, let's talk about God, please.
Also, I like the fact that you're talking about accountability, Chisborough, or however you say your name. I hope I'm not mispronouncing it. But do you think that Jesus should be held accountable for being caught with that naked little boy in the bush?
Hey, Reggie.
Yep.
What little boy?
You know which one? That the one he was naked with in the bush.
Jesus, right?
Yep.
Yeah, there was that naked boy that was caught with Jesus.
Where does that originate from?
It's in when Jesus was about to be arrested. Yeah, there was a young boy was well, he was only wearing a very thin piece of cloth with no clothes inside at all. He was, his willy was hanging free. And when they came to catch Jesus, they came to grab him as well as Jesus. But he ran, and they were able to grab onto the cloth. And this guy ran away with his ding-a-ling running in the air. It's in the Bible.
Well,
It's in the Bible.
Essentially, it's not really relevant to this because
Well, it is relevant for some.
I actually don't even use the Bible to.
It is relevant for some people because
broaden on issues like this, and I don't know.
It is relevant for some people because if we're talking about accountability, and we've got naked boys hanging around with Jesus,
naked boys.
Some people even go as far as
what
Excuse
passage in the Bible is this?
Excuse me, let me finish, please. Let me finish. Some have even gone as far as to say that Jesus and this boy were caught together. That's some people's belief, that they were together when Jesus was, apprehended or arrested, whatever. So it depends on who you are talking to. You get different versions of this story. But why a naked boy with Jesus?
Well,
Why?
I would say to you, for a story that you can.
Why a naked boy with Jesus?
Hold on. I give you an opportunity to speak. I believe you should be able to give me an opportunity to speak.
I'm going to let you speak. Do you think I'm not going to let you speak? I'm going to let you speak.
It goes like a conversation very smoothly.
Don't tell me, please do not tell me what to do. Your mic is so loud. Mine is not as loud as yours, right?
Okay, I'll try and adjust that.
Yes, mine is not as loud as yours. So we are having a back and forth.
Yeah.
What did you say?
I said logically explain, cheers, bro. I said logically explain to me why Jesus, right, likes to wash his disciples' feet ass naked.
Well, that's not even why I'm here. I think you'd ask that to the religious
why you do.
fanatics and the religious people that read the Bible. I do not read the Bible.
You don't.
Reggie, he wants to prove the existence of God. So, but before we go, let me, for the people that are saying that it is not true, right? So go and read Mark chapter 14, right? In the Bible, tells the story of the young man who flees naked after being seized while following Jesus, right? Yeah, apparently this story is considered one of the most enigmatic and least understood. So there's a lot of debate about this particular story. Why will the Bible take its time to tell you about a naked boy called
He was naked in the boat fishing.
So there are depictions of this naked boy. This one will not be up for too long because of TikTok. So yeah, so this is just an example of the naked boy running away. These are the people that came to catch Jesus. So that's him there. But for the sake of TikTok, I'm going to take it off very quickly. Effects. Let's see. Yeah, there's sugar. You can't really see this one. Yeah, but just go type in Google about the naked boy. See what images, see what information is right there in the Bible. Jesus and the naked boy. In fact, some people say that was Apostle Mark, that young boy. That was Apostle Mark. So Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. The Mark guy, that was him. That was the naked boy running away. So yeah, interesting.
Jesus was a power bottom fun boy.
Raskilo. Right, so okay, you wanted to prove the existence of God, Chibuzo. Let's go. Let's do this.
Well, the essence of God starts with a truth.